Chapter 2, Mishnah 10. The Mishnah's third case relates to vows. Generally, if a married woman vows that she will not benefit from her husband, she is in effect forbidden to him, and he must therefore divorce her. There are, however, two ways to be released from the vow. First, the husband can cancel the vow. However, this is effective only on the day he hears about it. Second, any vow could be undone by an exceptional Torah sage when he finds the proper grounds for doing so. See Nedarim, chapter 9. The Mishnah cites a case where a woman took a vow and the husband did not cancel it, and she came to the sage to have him release her from it. We now turn to the words of the Mishnah. A sage who forbade a woman to leave her husband due to a vow, that is, the sage did not find grounds to release her from her vow against deriving any benefit from her husband, so the husband had to divorce her. This sage may not marry her after the divorce. This is because people will suspect that he could have found a way to release her from the vow, but did not do so because he wanted the husband to divorce her so that he could marry her. However, if a girl performed miyun or chalitza in the presence of a sage, he may marry her afterwards, because he is part of a court together with other judges, since these procedures require more than one judge. An entire court will not be suspected of improperly convincing the man to perform chalitza instead of yibum, or the wife to perform me'un for the purpose of enabling this one sage to marry her. The Mishnah teaches that there are two situations where the men in these three cases, i.e. the agent who brought the get, the witness who testified that the husband is dead, and the sage who did not release a woman from her vow, are allowed to marry the woman, because there is no cause for suspicion. If any of these men had wives at the time they freed the woman to remarry, and these wives later died, the woman whom they enabled to remarry may marry them, because these men will not be suspected of having planned to marry these women while they still had their wives. Additionally, if any of these women married others after these men enabled them to remarry, and they were then divorced or widowed from their second husbands, they are allowed to marry the men who enabled them to remarry. Clearly, these men did not enable her to marry in order to marry her, since she is actually married to someone else first. The Mishnah addresses whether close relatives of these men may marry her. All of these women are permitted to the sons or brothers of these men who enabled them to remarry, since we do not suspect a person of wrongdoing in order to benefit anyone but himself.